People need to know that the shaking is not over. We'll get hit again.
Hollywood loves a disaster, but what it gave us in San Andreas may be a little too close for comfort.
We know that a big one on the San Andreas is coming.
Of course, this movie added the drama. San Andreas shows the earth cracking open. The reality will not be as visual, but it could be as devastating. A major earthquake is on its way to the west coast, and it is long overdue.
I think time is of the essence.
LA's last major quake was Northridge in 1994. 57 killed, thousands injured, and felt as far away as Las Vegas. This was 6.7 in magnitude. The next, known locally as the big one, expected to be closer to 8, maybe 9, plus aftershocks. When the big quake hits, it will begin its journey here on the San Andreas fault line, right beneath where I'm standing now. And that will just be the start of it. It will travel hundreds of miles along the fault line within a matter of seconds. There will be no warning. There will be no chance to evacuate the many unmodified buildings in Los Angeles and beyond, which will inevitably collapse. And what is really worrying here is this could potentially happen any second now.
You can have a complete collapse of that first level. And cars, or if people happen to be down here, can be, that can be really, really serious.
That's this expert's assessment. Here's his model of what could happen to thousands of regular apartment blocks.
We actually had buildings collapse like this.
That is, unless they are retrofitted like this. Mandatory in some places, but not others, which means many buildings are in a dangerous state right now, some owners putting it off.
I think cost is one factor, so is complacency, because it's been a long time since the damaging 1989 earthquake in the Bay Area and 1994 earthquake here in LA. So people tend to forget. But the Mexico earthquake recently was certainly a reminder of how important this is.
In new construction, we can really get into the bones of the building.
For new buildings, no chances taken.
We're not going to have that beam come off the foundation.
Strict practices in place, ratchets that tighten over time, for example. These buildings won't be going anywhere, but plans to make others this safe, still a work in progress.
The goal is by 2024 to be able to have all of our buildings, new and existing, retrofitted with seismic hardware to be able to withstand the next big one.
And for the older structures, an emphasis on people, not property.
We know that some of these buildings are come down. What we want the people to do is to be able to get out in time and get to safety, and then we'll deal with the building after the event.
California is also one of the world's largest economies. The shockwaves likely to spread in more ways than one. Forget the damage. What's this going to mean economically for California in general?
You're going to have a shock overall to the financial market. I think the big piece is actually a drain on the insurance industry. They're paying out huge sums of money for claims, which would mean an actual drain on the amount of capital that's available to insurance companies.
Could that affect national markets rather than just local here?
Absolutely, because the United States is very interconnected.
Southern California is known for its heat, and experts say the metaphorical temperature is at boiling point. This place now at the same state of hazard it was at just before Northridge hit. The question here, not if, but when, and who's ready. Phil Lavelle, CGTN, Los Angeles.